Hello everyone, this is Enzo Eigen, the Alliance for Loki, and this is the second war of the season that we're doing. I will not post the first one just because the first one I only had 2 fights, and one of the fights is the same in this one, so we're just going to go start with the second war. I have some exciting fights today. Hope you will be entertained because they're pretty crazy. So, first fight is with Absman. I think I have to respect my mastery, so we'll just scroll through all this. Yeah. So this fight has a very interesting node. It's a hazard shift, so there's both ruptures and bleed on this. Bleed are fine. I'm going to stay in Oro mode. With the Oro mode. Ruptures, they're okay because Oro mode, you have a lot of physical resistance, but of course, you're not resistant to them, so you definitely want to be careful. And he has a tactic, which means he will be unblockable if there's specials. And the other one in this, the blow in the water I'm not so worried about, but the power efficiency is scary because he gains 50% of his power after each special. So let's just go right to the fight. So boom, put on big boost, the biggest we can get. And here comes the fight. So my goal is to hit him and do damage, stay in Oro form, and just deal with his specials. So I would, of course, love to push him to a special one because I don't want reverse controls. So I'm trying to just figure out the best way of getting an SB1. There it is. And should have probably heavied into that, but I figured I'd push him to his SB2, which he does. Okay, here's the problem. He throws it. Now he's unblockable. So, of course, I counter this. But, how do I deal with the unblockable? I'm trying to, not throw an SB1. He throws the SB1. He's still unblockable, and there's not much I can do. And then I run into him for some reason. And then he has another SB1. Boom, he hits me again. And yikes, I'm taking a lot of damage. And he has another SB1. He's unblockable. Hits me again. I counter him with my special, push him back. And yeah, and then he hits me because the reverse controls I hit. And I totally forgot about the reverse control. So I'm just running into him as opposed to running away from him. And then I throw my SB1 and run into again. so yeah, this fight has a lot going on. Okay, here's another SB1. I'm like, I'm not going to survive this. And so he has it. He throws it. Again, the reverse controls get me. I just was having such a hard time dealing with him. I throw that probably was a mistake because he got an SB1 and was unblockable. But I could finish my combo after the striker, and that was that. So, and sorry if my voice is raspy. I'm dealing with a little bit of a cold. Here was a nerve-wracking part 2 when it took a while to get to the finishing screen. I thought I had disconnected. Anyway, next fight is Weapon X with Lady Deathstrike. So these nodes are another hazard shift, shock and poison. Not worried about the poison, but I am worried about the shock. And so I'm just trying to slow play it here. Just trying not to hit him in shock at all. Just do a little bit of hit just to keep some spacing. And okay, here I go for it. And I don't know, I was just getting nervous. It's getting so close to the wall. I didn't have my my heal block on yet. Luckily I had the heal block so it doesn't get the crazy unstoppable and blockable. Now it's in poison, so I'm just trying to do as much damage as I can. I feel like I'm not doing nearly as much damage as I was hoping I would. Okay, now he's back in shock mode. The problem is I don't know, I really decided to just go for it here. Thought I could just do a lot of damage. I'm in my sort of fury mode, but I'm not. And so I totally melt myself, which was so foolish. And he's indestructible now, which is so annoying. But at this point I'm like, okay, I've really screwed up. I need to fight differently. So luckily I had a special ready, and there it goes. And now I'm just trying to wait out. He's out of berserker mode. And I'm waiting out the shock mode. I just have, taken so much damage, and he still has a lot, 60%. So I'm trying to time it perfectly. There, timing it was perfectly. He's indestructible again, so annoying. And again, just trying to take advantage of the poison mode as much as I can. Probably should never throw in specials in this, but maybe not. Okay. And so now here he has his he's building up his mode, his fury mode, his berserker mode. So waiting it out. Okay, poison time, let's go. Throw a special. I really want to get the heal block on. And he has 7 hits that I can give him. And, Lady Deathstrike just hits too many times. Luckily, I'm unstoppable, and so it's okay. I actually get some healing back. I think that was my nanobots who saved me. Thank you, nanobots. And now again, just waiting out, but he's really aggressive because of the unblockable. So here I go for it just because I just need to get my space and just get melted by the shock damage. So what can I say other than I need to play a lot less aggressively at the start and then finish and then sort of play like I did in the middle. It's just being so much more strategic. It's just hard watching all these things while you're fighting. You're watching the berserker charges. You're trying to make sure you have your heal block on, and then you're dealing with the hazard shift, trying to make sure that it's poison and not shock. So just a combination of things that you have to keep in account. I would like to have this fight again, and I also would like to. I should have rank 3 my Lady Deathstrike, but I'm just saving resources for a bunch of rank 4s. So anyway, it doesn't feel so great to die. Never does, especially when you feel like I feel like I could have done so much better. But anyway, here we are back again, dealing with this again, trying to slow play it, get a couple of shocks on me. Haven't really learned my lesson, but I'm like, okay, only has 23% health left. Let's just go for it. Let's just get this guy done. Of course, he gets the indestructible. So annoying. He throws his special. He's in berserker mode. I'm just trying to again do as much damage as I can. Good, he's melting pretty well. Throws his special again, but once again, got me heal blocked. I mean, not heal block, got an indestructible boost. I'm just like, okay, we're just gonna put a million ruptures on him, and as soon as he gets out of indestructible, he will instantly die. He didn't die as quickly as I thought he would, but he did eventually, and that's that. Okay, off we go to path 3. So path 3, I did this fight last tour. This is a pretty straightforward fight. The only thing tricky about this node is encroaching stun, but Thanos is the absolute perfect counter for this fight. When I pulverized his armors with my heavy, put on armor shatter, which is even better. And what's great about Thanos with encroaching stun is I have a really long reach off my special. So here I am hitting him. I'm watching encroaching stun and thinking, yikes, okay. So I'm just sort of backing up, trying to keep him from throwing his SP1. And then from this long distance, I can throw my SP1, so I avoid the encroaching stun, and I have enough space. I don't have to worry about being counterattacked. So that is great. And now I am in here. I'm trying to, again, slow play it just a little bit, just so I can line up my SP1 with encroaching stun. And yeah, trying to look like a good player. So, and here it is, and boom, and nice. And especially with the heavy on top of the combo, you can really, I feel like, have a lot of time to adjust to the encroaching stun, which is nice. That's my only worry in this fight, is getting encroaching stunned. Okay, so here it is, just waiting out the unblockable, and you can still throw my heavy. And again, watching the encroaching stun, think, okay, well, managed to get the parry, just do a one-hit combo and go right into it. That was a little risky. It always is with encroaching stun, but I felt pretty good about that. I was like, whoa, okay, you look really good, Enzo. And here we go again. Getting ready. And then another great thing about Thanos is that, of course, that the energized buff just allows you to get to your special so quick. I mean, encroaching stun, it's easy to get if you don't have enough power, and then you have to do a lot of combos, but you can't. Or if they're throwing a special, you can get in big trouble. So yeah, Thanos, amazing for this node, absolutely amazing. A bit of a mistake here. Probably should have slow played a little more, but he didn't throw a special. I feel like that's the biggest danger, is if they throw a special while the encroaching stun timer ends, there's nothing you can do. So, also trying to manage when they're going to throw their specials, how much power they have is important. And kaboom. There he goes. That's the end of this fight. Nice job, Dustless Thanos. I love this fight. Okay, the last fight of this war is another doozy. So this is a node. Let's see if we can see the nodes. This is node. What is this node? Node 20. No, this is node 30. And so combat deja vu, disintegration, cold turkey, and safeguard. So aside from the disintegration, doesn't seem too bad. Everything else seems okay. This fight perplexed me, and I'll show you why. So anyway, I'm gonna try to stay in magma form, just because I want the high energy damage to help me with safeguard, and also the high energy resistance for his rock attacks. And so here I am, happily in magma form, and starting this fight off, I go ahead and heavy him once just to push him away, and then wait for his rock form to expire. Everything seems fine here. I'm getting some disintegrations on me, but actually they're not doing too much damage, and so I'm not super worried about them. I get a little too many on here, and so okay, I'm like, cool it. Bait out his special. Notice though, I'm not gaining any more power. I have no idea why. I don't think it's from the node. He's unblockable because he's tactics. So that's annoying. So I figure I better go in and fight. And, you know, again, he's just charging at me, and I'm just not gaining any power. Like, look how little power I have. So my thing ends. I probably should have thrown it. I was thinking maybe I could work up to an SP2, but I'm gaining 0 power, and I don't know why. And so, anyway, I'm like, okay, let's hit him. Don't feel very comfortable. Losing a lot of health now from the disintegration. He feels very fresh. You know, and he charges me, hits me, and so now I frantically just throw my SP1. And I actually don't do any damage because he just blocks it all. And I get the tail end of the rock shield here, which not so great. Another special 1. Start doing that nice red number damage, which safeguarding does not prevent. And yeah, I'm like, okay, time to change my whole strategy since I'm not gaining power like I thought I would. I really need to figure out why that was happening. And push him to an SP2. He really actually hasn't lost that much health, and I am losing health and have a really low health, and he's about to throw a big special. So I am not happy about this fight. But I'm determined to stick with it as best I can. So, of course, he throws that. He's super aggressive. I figure I just have to go for it, get rid of his indestructibles, hit him with SP1, and now I can, like, cool down, slow it down while he gets rid of his rock shield. And, okay, now I'm just going to go for it. And yeah, 52%. I'm like, oh, so much. Really worried about him throwing a special here. I just get to my striker. And again, you know, throw my heavy. And he throws a special. I'm like, oh, this is terrible, terrible. So I'm not sure what to do, but I go ahead and go for it. Well, he has a lot of power. He won't do quite as much damage. And then I can build to my SP1. I throw it and I kill him. Almost. And I was like so nerve-wracked. I was like, no, why do I have 3%? But then I can just wait for the rock field to expire. A couple more combos and that's it. Oh, what a fight. I was so unnerved by that fight. I need to figure out the power game, what was going on there. I had like my boost on. I did put Mystic Dispersion on just because I didn't want to gain too much power, but it turns out that was the least of my worries. I should have. But yeah, I'm so happy I pulled that fight off. I would have been so sad if I'd done a double death war, but these fights are challenging. And so yeah, that's the end of my war. You can see we have a lot more deaths than they do right now, but we also have a lot more fights. So hopefully we pull out the win. We're not too far away from finishing it. And so it was 12 hours. This is this morning. So we will see. But I'm really enjoying this meta. I love the interesting, complex fights. Really enjoy the challenge. And yeah, I feel like I'm learning so much. And oh my God, the pressure. This is what I like about wars. I like the insane pressure of war. I mean, I tell you, after the Asman's fights, I mean, I literally was like shaking from the stress and the anxiety. And so what other type of mode in this game gives you that? None. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I should be around for playing more war videos this season. Hope your season's going well too, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.